Well, hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and things are not good. Things are ghastly. It is outrageous because there is trolling, or has been trolling, and still a long, full barrage of trolling going on. Not within my content, though it's not happened within my content as of yet. It's happening to my wonderful new friends, which, since hearing the latest news of it, it is devastating. It is outright devastatingly awful and heartbreakingly terrible. This latest round of insensitive trolling. I mean, where on earth do these people think they come from? Which planet do they think they could do it on? This trolling, it's a disgrace. It's an enormously, a bloody disgrace, this trolling. I mean, who do you think you are? Trolling some good people and thinking it's okay to laugh at my friend's cancer diagnosis? You're full of insensitivity. You really are. To laugh at someone's cancer diagnosis when it could have been potentially terminal. Absolute disgrace. And making threats. I mean, whoever the hell those people were, I mean, what the fuck? Excuse the language, but what the hell? Whoever said, it was or this Andy the Gabby Cabby, or this Paz, or this Russell Green, whoever the hell those bloody, blatant, pathetic individuals are, making threats for no apparent reason towards Graham and Fiona, making threats towards them recently, and still trolling them, particularly Trevor too, a respectable war veteran. You think you control a veteran with PTSD, which he has to deal daily with, and you think he needs the added burdening stress of trolling. Obviously, it's unlikely they're going to listen to me, but for anybody who thinks they control anybody, if you dare go trolling for me, you're blocked. Or if you dare go trolling for me on other social media and I find out about it through the hand and grip of, say, Trevor or Graham or Fiona, we're going to get you exposed. You'll be exposed not only by me, but by my family too. Trolling takes its toll on people. Yeah, and you think you can troll? Go into trolling! You think you can get away with it without consequence? Well, you'll be found out sooner or later. Yeah, you'll be found out. Trolling is ghastly. Anybody who thinks they control anybody, you're just insensitively full of cowardice. God. For anybody to laugh at my friend's cancer diagnosis, start targeting their 22-year-old daughter, which is just so awful, with doxing and threats, just the unspeakable things that are just not only unspeakable, but unthinkable, inhumane exploit of acts. It's terroristic card of acts that should follow in a wave of arrests. Honestly, it's just, honestly, until learning from life, I've been sitting back for months now. For months I've been hearing about a lot of ghastly trolling stories towards my friends, Graham, Fiona, and Trevor, and I've even heard about trolling towards Hutchie and Mel sometimes in a slight minorly part of cases. But most of the trolling has been aimed towards Graham, Fiona, and Trevor, and they never in a lifetime did they deserve any of this. You trolls, you're a disgrace. You're a real disgrace, if you hear that. Graham, Fiona, and Trevor did nothing to you. They did nothing to you. It's unlikely they're ever going to listen to this. They're probably going to think, oh, you're probably going to make fun of me. That's sort of blatant ass of crap, that sort of thing. But, they're a disgrace. Anybody who thinks you control Graham, Fiona, Trevor, or any YouTuber to the point where you can ruin their good reputation, you're a blatant disgrace. They're blatant disgrace. Whoever thinks they can get away with such ghastly, abhorrent, threatening grip of trolling towards Graham, Fiona, Trevor, or any YouTuber out there, successful, big or small, you're a complete disgrace. And you should be banned from social media. I seriously mean that. It's not your fault you may be mentally challenged, but I do not have sympathy for your trolling. Since learning about the trolling that came to light, the trolling that Graham, Fiona and Trevor are still long-facing to the point where it's adversely taken a terrible toll and had an adverse tolling side effect getting to that point, I was devastated. I was greatly affected by it. So affected, I actually felt quite sleepless that night. Well, I wasn't really sleepless, but I didn't sleep well because I was so worried for my friends. So, I stand up strongly, thoroughly strongly, in a firm handing grip. I stand up for Graham, Fiona, Trevor, Hutchie, Mel, Annabelle, Grigopedia, David, or if anybody dares go after my best friend David and my good friend Dave Bryan, anyone goes after David Scott or Dave Bryan, you dare go trolling for him, you'll have me to deal with. You'll really have me to deal with in the terms of face of hefty music. If anyone dares go after trolling David in a ghastly way, you'll have me to deal with, and my family. Not to mention, because we're not going to put up with this nonsensical troubles, or this blatant shit. We're really not. Excuse the language. But it is real blatant shit, this trolling that's going on. Particularly towards my friends, who I have a fond reverie towards and huge respect I pay towards. They always have my support, these people. Graham, Fiona, Trevor, you'll always have my supportive encouragement, and you'll always have me standing beside you and having my full backing on your endeavours. Really you would. And this trolling, I would never want to let it prevail. I could never let this trolling prevail. Normally I've just sat back silently and never spoken out about it. But given the adverse trolling side effect it has had on you, Graham, particularly, but when those trolls were thinking your cancer diagnosis was funny, but we were all worried sick for you and standing beside you every way of your long ordeal, to think that they could just laugh at your ordeal. It is blatant, utter insensitivity. I know you don't have that, Graham, but it's the trolls I was talking about. I'm sure you know by now, but it's just blatant, absolute blatant insensitivity. You know, blatant insensitivity. You're so insensitive you can hardly think straight. Stupid, idiotic trolls. You're full of nothing but insensitivity and completely full of intense idiocy. Blatantly ghastly, obsessive, oppressive, excruciating trolls that are virtually gory, digitally gory, and digitally dangerous. It's like there's a whole trolling guild being run as a means of targeting innocent YouTubers and, say, thinking that their children, young children, could be easy targets. Well, do that. We're going after you and get you exposed. We're not going to have trolling. I am certainly 100% not going to have trolling within my content. I mean that. No, I dead mean that. For sure. And you think you control my friends or anybody I know or my family, you'll be exposed and you'll face the hefty music. It's unlikely they'll listen to me for this, but they'll face the hefty music. Sooner or later. Hopefully soon and not far too late down the line. As Trevor would rightly describe the trolls, they're utter scumbag. So awful. I mean, I've now got it out of my mind. These fucking trolls, absolute full of fucked up shit. They lost their heads. They've completely lost their fucking minds and lost the shitload of their brains to the point where, oh, it's okay to let out a fuckload of trolling and a shitload of petrified, dangerous shit. Well, you'll be found out sooner or later. I mean, I've now got it all out of my mind. I mean, look, listen, I'm not yelling at anybody, you know. I'm making explicitly clear that I'm not going to have trolling in this channel on my content since finding out about the heartbreakingly, devastatingly awful revelation of the trolling getting so bad towards my friends to the point where it's had an adverse trolling side effect. This really was impactful for not only me but everybody within Graham and Fiona's content since learning about it. I was just so greatly affected, I was nearly knocked back completely. You know, normally I've never said anything, but it is time that I did speak out about it. Probably just this once, or maybe twice, you know. And whoever made fun of Trevor, thinking that he had me on his live just to make fun of me, that is complete bullshit of a lie. Trevor did not make fun of me. We were horsing around having fun together. He never once took the piss out of me. Whoever said that Trevor took the piss out of me is a fucking liar. No, really, they're a fucking deluded, shit-faced liar. I mean that. Trevor is a good host. He was a brilliant talk show host to me. Never once did he take the piss out of me. He may have kept me in order, as he does with all his guests, but it's a good thing that all hosts, come talk show television hosts or YouTube live streaming hosts having a guest on their live stream, come through the StreamYard and things like that, it's important they are kept in order. If they were not kept in order, anything could have happened. That is as truth has it. End of. Trevor never once took the piss out of me. I mean that. He's a good friend to me, and I stand beside him every way, and I have most respect for him for all he did when serving in the army and when he fought in the Baghdad. If anyone dares think that Trevor took the piss out of me, you're a fucking liar. I mean that. I mean, I've now got this all out of my head. I'm so sorry for the language and the profanity in this, but I'm just so very, very annoyed and cross and extremely greatly affected since learning about the severely painful trolling that has gone on so long to the point where it's taken an adversely trolling side effect on Graham, Fiona, and as well Trevor, not to mention. You dare think you can go after my friends? Well, they're stronger than you think, and they'll get you exposed. Trolling, I'm not going to have here. Trolling, Graham, Fiona, Trevor, or any of my friends, they would never have it. They'd probably get you exposed sooner or later. Probably sooner than you think. I've now got it all out of my head. I'm so sorry, everybody. I don't normally do this, but since hearing about what happened last night, it really knocked me over. And I stand completely in defence towards my friends Graham, Fiona, and particularly Trevor. Thank you all for listening. And trolls, as far as you are concerned, you just leave social media. End of. Thanks for watching, and I know you're not trolls, you're good, supportive followers, and I like and love each and every one of you, and thank you for all that you do, for your contributions towards my content.